Was I nervous when I predicted Roger Federer would go on to win Halle and Wimbledon back-to-back immediately after he lost his first grass court match of the year against Tommy Haas, the 302nd ranked player in the world, a couple weeks ago? No, not at all. And am I still confident that Roger Federer is going to win the 2017 Wimbledon after seeing his performance today in the finals against Alexander Zverev?
Oh, very much so.
Does it feel good to be correct? Yes, indeed! Oh, this giant, hideous hollow trophy is really heavy. Hit the music! That's good. Coffee break tennis. Welcome back to Coffee Break Tennis. I'm your host, Matt Bradshaw from Crunch Time Coaching. I'm the fitness guru. We are a tennis instruction channel here at Crunch Time Coaching, so be sure you subscribe and check us out, especially if you're a tennis player. All right, let's get into the match that I predicted. I predicted this win, and I said win or lose, it wouldn't really matter because Federer got his grass feet back under him. But I'll tell you what, this was a good way to do it. I was kind of hoping it would be a tough three-setter so Federer would get maximum experience and be ready for anything at Wimbledon. But I think this is even better. To go out there and put on a masterclass performance like that and just destroy someone who's a really good player. And Alexander Zverev, he goes by Sasha, so for this video today, we'll call him Sasha. Anyways, the way this match went was perfect for Federer. Mr. Oates snuck in. I'm so sorry, Mr. Oates. He likes it when I hold him. All right, let me put him back to bed. So Roger Federer did everything in this match. And really, if you want to save yourself some time, watch the first game. Not the highlight reel, just watch the entire first game. I'm sure you can find it somewhere on YouTube. Do it after you finish watching this video right now, Coffee Break Tennis. Anyways, so the first game, Roger Federer does a little bit of everything and shows us all that he's ready for Wimbledon. Let's break it down point by point. So in the first point, Federer shows the superior footwork is on point right away. Even though Sasha starts off with a big serve and gets a couple decent ground stroke shots in the rally, Federer is taking the ball early. And that's what I was talking about in the last episode. Federer is able to use that awesome footwork to take this ball early and keep you off balance. You can't really get the benefits of your big shots, and you can't hurt the guy if he's able to take it so early and put it right back on your heels. It's just something about Federer. He's got this beautiful combination of this like aggressive footwork where he can just always get set up so quick to take the ball early, and then he's got like a McEnroe feather touch on the slice shots. So this slice shot on grass is very effective, and he draws an error out of Sasha in the first point. Love 15. Federer comes over the forehand on the return and pushes serve back pretty good with a nice topspin forehand. Then Federer follows up the second shot with another one of those deep slices. The third shot's coming. It looks like that same backhand slice. So Sasha is hanging back in the court, and Federer hits the perfect drop shot. Sasha has no chance to get there. And now, if you're Sasha, you're wondering what's going to happen next. You're scared and you're confused. Love 30, Sasha is serious now, and he thunders in a big 133 mile per hour ace. But Roger has already got the eagle eye ready for Wimbledon, and he challenges it. Guess what? The ball's out this much, a millimeter. Only a single blade of grass between the line and the ball, as Tennis Channel's human peacock Mary Carrillo pointed out.
We love Mary Carrillo at Coffee Break Tennis. Oh, Raj.
She says that sometimes. Thanks to the successful challenge, second serve coming. It's a good second serve, but for Roger, this is time to test out the backhand topspin return. He's already chipped it, now he's going to come over it, and he takes it early, as he's done. It's the signature 2017 shot on the backhand for Federer. He takes that serve return very early, hits it deep in the court with topspin, and Sasha is just surprised, I guess. Who expects this backhand to come into the corner with that much pace on it off of his big serve? And the guy can't get the ball over the net. He can't even get the ball into the net. The ball hits the ground and rolls into the net. At this point, the crowd realizes not only are we going to get to watch Federer today, but we're going to get to see Super Fed. I mean, look at the picture of this kid. Even he knows what's going on. Love 40, the cherry on top. Sasha's got to be wondering what the heck is going on at this point. But he gets a great serve in at Love 40. Big 130 mile an hour plus boomer. And what does Federer do? He just chips it back like he did the Roddick so many times at Wimbledon before. Huge serve, floating slowly back all the way to the baseline, pushing Sasha back. Sasha actually hits a pretty good rally ball from there. But then what does Roger Federer do? He takes that backhand, the signature 2017 backhand again, and what does he do? He takes it super early and rips it up the line. Sasha is immediately pushed deeper in the court on the run to his forehand side on defense. He gets the ball back in, but now he's got to get back to the middle of the court to cover. What does he see in the corner of his eye as he's recovering back to the middle of the court? Roger Federer daftly moving around that backhand, setting up for the inside-out forehand cross-court, right? That's what Sasha thought. He starts leaning cross-court. Federer goes inside in, right where he just hit the backhand up the line. Clean winner. Sasha almost makes it there. Looks like he ran into the back wall on his way over to that ball. So look at this graphic here. This is incredible. This is from the Tennis Channel. This is Federer's rally contact points. This is the semifinal in 2016. Firepower was a problem, obviously, because Federer only got 14% of his balls in the rallies inside the baseline. Look at that, 66% he was back, 20% he was way back. Now look at today. This is the entire tournament at Halle, every match Federer has played. So this is not just a fluke, this is a trend. 60% inside the baseline. I can't say it with certainty, but I'm pretty sure no one's ever done anything like that. Maybe some serve and volley guys back in the day, but that's a little bit different. For today's type of tennis, the way people play behind the baseline, that 60% inside and that tiny little 5% of getting pushed back, that's incredible. These numbers tell me that in 2016, Roger Federer was reacting to the ball, right? He was letting the ball play him. Look at the numbers today, 60% inside the baseline. This is every rally of the entire match. Think about that. 60% of the time, Federer's contact point is inside the baseline, closer to the net, closer to the opponent, taking time away from the opponents. Not letting these big guys with their heavy artillery set up to actually use it. Bottom line, the ball's not playing Roger. Roger is playing the ball again, and that's bad news for everyone he's going to be facing at Wimbledon. So the decision to take so much time off in 2016 was the best thing he could have done. A lot of tennis players who play in the pro game can learn from this. Because when you're on the tour, you don't really have time to work on your physical fitness the way you would if you didn't have to save so much energy for these matches. You know Federer got the knee healthy again, but I have a feeling he was probably getting the whole body healthier during that layover in 2016. Now I know some of you are saying out there, why can't you take these numbers and you know, if you're a coach, take a really talented player and instruct them to play like this, right? Let's say we take Grigor Dimitrov and we show him this chart where Federer's hitting in 60% inside the baseline, right? And you say, all right, baby Fed, do that. I thought about it myself. I mean, it sounds simple, but it's not that simple. And the problem is this for these players, you know, trying to coach them on this kind of stuff. And it's the beauty of Fed at the same time. Not a problem for him, obviously. You know, we've never seen the total package like this with so many weapons all in one person. You know, McEnroe had the hands. Bjorn Borg, he had the fitness. He had the mental strength, right? He was kind of like a Federer. He was pretty tough. He was the Iceman. Pete Sampras had the precision serve with a good bit of power, too. Agassi had the anticipation, the ability to read his opponent and take the ball very early. You know, I could go on forever, okay? And we could talk about so many great players, but here's the bottom line. I challenge you, Fed heads and tennis fans alike out there. Think of any great, any legendary tennis player from past or present, any of them, and think about what they do really well, what they do best, what makes them special, what makes them stand out from the other tennis players. And then ask yourself a second question. Can Federer do that better than them or just as well as them, pretty close? I mean, even when Roger loses a match, he does it with more grace than anybody in the history of the sport. Think of one player who does something better than Federer, and if he does, okay, I'll give it to you. Maybe some, you know, like you could say the Sampras serve is a little better than Federer's. He's got the precision like Federer, he's got a little more power maybe. Okay, I'll take that. But is it really that much better, considering the whole package, when you take a step back and look at the big picture of Roger Federer?
Turn off the TV.
conversation is over. Give Fed Mr. Wimbledon's trophy right now and save ourselves the trouble. Or you know what? Let's go through the whole process and just savor and enjoy it, because it's really wonderful to watch Roger Federer playing this well. And with that, I'm done talking about Federer for today. So let's talk about Twitter. I'm happy to say that some of you guys out there, after the last video, followed me on Twitter. So thank you very much. And if you guys like doing the tweeters, follow me right now at CoffeeBreak10s, T-E-N-S. Wouldn't let me fit in the whole word tennis. But okay, let me make a confession really quick. I've got this big, giant tennis brain in my head and brilliant commentary just spewing out of me, and yet I can't get anyone to follow me on Twitter. Don't you guys know what you're missing out on? And if the Instagram is your bag, follow me there at CoffeeBreak10s, spelled just like we do it right here on the YouTubes. You won't regret it. Anyways, I'm babbling about Twitter because I'm going to read some awesome tweets. So let's get into the tweets to close out today's video. And if you want to hear about Feliciano Lopez and talk about other stuff in tennis, look out because we're going to get into all of that later. But today is just about Roger Federer and my Twitter account. So here's my favorite tweet of the week so far. Check this one out. Since it's Sunday, probably won't top it. Duncan Bradley writes, Matt, you should be Roger Federer's paid spokesman. I love it. I hope everyone keeps saying it. Plus, he also took my FEDHEAD hashtag, which I've noticed a lot of people don't use that for some reason. It makes perfect sense to me with all these people going to tennis tournaments around the world with RFs plastered on their foreheads. Thank you so much, Duncan Bradley at Lil Narrows Pizza. That was a great tweet. I hope everyone can do a tweet like that too. Here's a slightly alarming tweet that kind of suggests maybe Roger Federer is thinking about retirement. Let's move on for that one. Oh my, someone from the actual tennis world noticed our little show, Coffee Break Tennis. David Law, host of the tennis broadcast and also a commentator for BBC Radio covering tennis, of course. Now, I really like the tennis podcast. I do think the Coffee Break Tennis is a little bit better, actually, but if you need a podcast about tennis, that's a pretty good one. And David Law is a pretty funny guy. I like him a lot. He does a great job covering our sport. Let's take a look at the tweet. So David Law, he works for Queen's Club in some capacity. I think he's some kind of media director type deal. Anyways, so they haven't been covering Federer very much. So this is, upset me a little bit. So I took a jab. He tweets out a picture, standing room only, for the Aegon Championships final. That's Queen's Club, that's the full name. And I responded, at the Gary Weber Open, fans were literally overflowing out of the top of the stadium. And of course, the very witty and quick David Law responded back to us, thanks David Law, with, did they sell more tickets than they had seats? Unfortunately, yes. It was a real catastrophe seeing all those fans bubble up out of the stadium and fall off the sides. But they are happy to have been there and seen as much of the match as they could before they overflowed out of the top of the stadium.
Should have closed that roof.
Well, that's about it for us here at Coffee Break Tennis. Thanks for another exciting show. And boy, how exciting of a weekend, a whole week has it been for us Fed heads out there. And I hope you guys are ready for Wimbledon. Look out for more videos. When that draw comes out, we're going to be on it right away. And we're going to be covering Wimbledon like crazy. You're going to see plenty of me. In fact, I think you'll be sick of me. Also, remember, here at Crunch Time Coaching, we are a tennis instruction channel. Imagine that. That's our main goal, not only informing you about the pro game and talking about the wonders of Roger Federer, but also getting you better at tennis. And if you're a beginning tennis player and you're thinking about picking up a new racket, check out Pete's review right there or on the end screen if you want to wait around for that. Check out the review that Pete did for Midwest Sports of the Wilson Blade racket. I believe this is the racket that Serena Williams uses, in fact. But anyways, check it out. It's a great review. If you're looking for a new racket, this might be the one for you. Watch the review. Alright guys, I'm Matt Bradshaw for Coffee Break Tennis. The original FEDHEAD came out of the womb with an RF hat on my head. That's good. See you guys next week.